Very much, Anna. Yep, there's a brand new scandal surrounding the Obama administration. This time, it's healthcare. And Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius, she's reportedly reaching out to health industry officials asking for money to help implement Obamacare because Congress didn't give him the money, so she's going and asking people about it. Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander says this isn't going to end well. He's the ranking Republican on the Senate committee that oversees health policy. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
Also, breaking news this morning, according to the Associated Press, apparently the Obama administration using secret government email accounts for a variety of reasons, but apparently Secretary Sebelius is one of the people who's been using a secret email account. So apparently, you know, it's going to be hard for investigators to subpoena that, Senator, because they don't even know it existed until this morning.
Well, that's a problem because there's something called the Public Records Act. So if you're in the government, in the executive branch, what you're supposed to do is use the government email for your official business, use your private email for your private business. And if you mix the two up, that's against the law, and that frustrates the ability of the public to find out what you're doing.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about how she has been going to private individuals asking for money. And it's because they're trying to implement Obamacare, but you guys in the Congress didn't give her the money, so she's asking private sources for it. That seems like a scandal right there of enormous proportions.
Well, it was 25 years ago. 25 years ago, Oliver North, in the closing days of the Reagan administration, didn't like what Congress had decided. Congress said you can't go down to Nicaragua and support the rebels to fight the government. So North apparently did it anyway and did it with private money and a private entity outside. He got in a lot of trouble, so did the administration. And the Congress formed a select committee and said, you can't do that. We have a constitution that says only the Congress can spend money, and we have federal laws that say if Congress says no, you can't make an end run.
Well, so it looks to me like there's a double standard here, Senator. They made a big deal about it, the mainstream media did, back during the Reagan years, and now you've got essentially the same situation, but you hardly hear about it except on Fox News and on talk radio and on the internet.
Well, we hope to hear more about it because several of us have asked the Government Accountability Office and the Inspector General to tell us the facts. I mean, this would be the same thing as if the President asked Congress and said, I need 9 jet planes. And Congress said, we're only going to give you 8. The President went out to his friends, raised a couple of $100 million and bought a 9th one. I mean, our founders didn't want a king, so they created Congress and they created limits on the executive. And this president, whether it's recess appointments when we're not in recess or trying to avoid advise and consent in that way, or trying to avoid the appropriations process by appointing czars or creating, in effect, a national school board by use of a waiver authority. They've been pushing against, really thumbing their nose at Congress.
A lot of good points. All right, Senator Lamar Alexander joining us today from the Russell Rotunda. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.